Naturally, Sigma males would not attend singles events, but if they ever do, these men play the game by their own rules. Expect the unusual, because Sigma men are not your average men. They are different and have their rules. In this video, I will talk about the terrifying things Sigma males do at singles events. This is going to be interesting, so stay tuned. Before we proceed, subscribe to the channel now and get access to men's content you cannot get anywhere else. Number 1. Sigma men don't take the women they're serious. Putting men and women together in a room and expecting them to mingle so they can find partners is somewhat, how do you say it? Childish. Real men go out hunting. They don't need to be caged up with women to find a mate. Singles events are for soy boys who cannot figure things out. But then this is also an opportunity for men who truly understand what a waste of time singles events are. These men are there to pick chicks just for flings. Sigma men fall into this category, but they have good reasons for not taking girls they meet at singles events seriously. In case you are confused, son, permit me to explain what is really going on here. The bulk of women you will meet at events like these are not the type you should be planning a long-term relationship with, because women would only attend these types of events because they are desperate. So ask yourself, what situations make women desperate to get into a relationship? Most women you would find are single mothers, divorced women, women that have very low self-esteem, and women who are not physically attractive. Don't forget that women can be very picky with men. Generally, women get a lot of male admirers. She is usually bombarded by men who are dying to be in a relationship with her. So if a woman is willing to leave all those men in her life and resorts to looking for a relationship through a singles event, then you need to question her motives. The number 1 rule for Sigma men is to never take women they meet at these events seriously. Number 2. He is there for amusement. At this point, you are probably asking, so why would a Sigma male go to a singles event if he does not take the women there seriously? Sigma men would only attend such an event just because they find it amusing. Such an event can be an opportunity for a Sigma to wind down and enjoy the events that play out before him. Watching men and women play mind games like cats and mice can be fascinating, as they both try to outwit each other. Then you have the women competing with each other for the men they think are the best suitors. On the other corner, men also play their best cards just to score that night. It all makes for an interesting watch that only Sigma men can truly appreciate. Most conversations at singles events are bland and shallow. They are not the type of conversations that Sigma men would find interesting. So a Sigma man's expectations are very low here. The best thing is just to be there for a bit of amusement and perhaps to get some chicks too. Nothing serious and no point taking any of it to heart. Number 3. Asks uncomfortable questions. In singles events, everyone tries to be on their best behavior. Do you know what that means? It means they are all a bunch of pretenders, both men and women. Everyone is trying to play it nice and avoid saying anything that would offend. After all, single events are seen as the last resort for many men and women, so they try their best to make sure it all works out. Sigma men are never interested in pretending. They would remain true to who they are, and they expect the women to do the same too. These queries, while honest and well-intended, would often catch these women off guard, leaving them stunned. Most often, the immediate reaction would be to avoid the Sigma man, because they prefer meeting simps that would rather worship them, even when there are a lot of real issues to talk about. This is a situation where all she wants are men who think she is the best thing after sliced bread. She has been rejected so much that the singles event is where she is really hoping to find Mr. Right. Unfortunately, this is a lie. She just wants a guy that is too blind to see that she is only there because all other attempts to get a man has failed. Even if all the Sigma male wants is a fling, he would still want to know important things about her. Because for these men, it is always better to be safe than sorry. Getting into a relationship with anyone at any level must be done with caution, and the only way to get answers is to ask questions. Even if she would lie, it is always better to ask anyway, and judge her answers later. Imagine a scenario where he poses a question about a woman's past, driven by a desire to know her better. This seemingly important inquiry, however, could unravel memories or experiences that the woman might not be ready to share, thereby bringing up her emotional insecurity. Number 4. Turns down advances. Sigma men can be very attractive to women. They are the men that are not making a mess of themselves in the singles event. They show a lot of confidence and maturity, so women are likely to pay more serious attention to the Sigma man in such an event. She would be hoping that, like most men that find it hard to say no to women, he would also jump at the opportunity. This is never the case. There is a good chance that Sigma men would turn women who make advances at them down. Sigma males are not very much carried away by the prospect of getting a lady cheaply. They have high standards and can be very choosy. Getting into any form of relationship is something Sigma men take very seriously because they can live perfectly fine without friends, so making new friends means a lot to them. Another reason Sigma men are likely to turn down advances from women is that they pay attention to a lot of details. They are likely to see reasons why a relationship with the lady is going to be a terrible idea. It is like they have a sixth sense that goes off once they meet someone that would be trouble. Number 5. Too honest. As said before, most social events, just like social media, are built on lies. Most of what you see is fake, both from men and women. It is even worse in singles events, where the primary goal is to hook up with a partner. When fishing, the bait is very important. It has to look convincing. It looks good to the fish. But it is fake and dangerous. It is the same situation with online dating, where everything is designed to catch the unsuspecting fish. Sigma men don't play games. They are very straightforward. And this is one of the reasons why Sigma men don't take social media so seriously. It is just not a place for them. Honesty can be terrifying for those who are addicted to being fake. They actually prefer being with people who are fake too. When a Sigma man comes off as being genuine, it instead inspires fear in these women because they think he is too honest to be real. And they also fear that such a man who is down to earth with nothing to hide would surely find out their lies. Number 6. Sigma men have zero expectations. Remember that the reason women attend single events is to snag up men. So imagine a woman that is so tuned in and prepared to win a man over, only to discover he is not taking the whole thing seriously. And why should he when he knows he cannot find the quality of women he can be serious from such an event? Terrifying, right? Number 7. Refusing to interact. The whole idea behind singles events is to force interaction. At least it is a safe space where everyone present has the same objective of finding someone to start a relationship with. It is therefore like a feeding frenzy of piranhas, because everyone is trying to quickly get the best man or woman in the group. This is a frenzy Sigma men would refuse to get into. You see, my dear friend, the Sigma man possesses an acute perception of value. He understands that each individual is unique, and to reduce the charm of a woman to a mere prize to be won is to do a disservice to both himself and her. If he has to compete for her affection at that moment, it does not matter if he wins. He would have to always fight other men to keep her. It shows that she is the type of woman who can change her mind when she thinks another man is better. To approach her as if she were a pawn in a game is to overlook the depth of her character and the richness of her soul. The Sigma man recognizes the futility of vying for a woman's favor through rivalry. And trust me, singles events are all about rivalry. Everyone is competing to get the affection of those they think are the best catch in the bunch. Such endeavors often lead to pettiness and jealousy, emotions that corrode the foundations of genuine connection. True love is not born out of a desire to prove one's dominance, but from a genuine appreciation for the beauty that lies within each other's existence. Competition, as an evolutionary trait, is deeply ingrained within the male psyche. It harkens back to the days when survival depended on outcompeting rivals for limited resources. However, in the realm of romance, this primal instinct must be tempered with the wisdom of maturity. The Sigma man recognizes that competing for a woman's attention does not reflect his true strength, but rather his insecurities. Number 8. Expect him to leave early. The whole idea of trying to stimulate a romantic relationship through a singles event is one that brings out the manipulative and petty behaviors of people. Sigma men would quickly find this boring and most likely leave very early. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe to the channel, like this video, and watch this one as well. Thanks for watching.